This side line, because so far back it is.
Now present here today on this very auspicious occasion. The Minister of National Mobilization and Area Representative, Mr. Frederick Stevenson, the principal, students and teachers of the Biabou Methodist School, Mr. Jack, Cyril Jack of Jack Construction and his team present here today, Ms. McLean, one of the members of the oversight entity, as we say the board of directors, staff of the BNTF implementing agencies, residents of Biabou, other well-wishers, welcome. Welcome to this auspicious occasion where we have a groundbreaking ceremony that will signal the commencement, the start of the Biabou Early Childhood Development Center. It has been 2 years in the making. The process has been long. It's not of a result of not of a want to get it done quickly, but all the policies and the guidelines associated with the procurement process must be followed. This project is funded by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the Caribbean Development Bank. This project, as I said, it consists of a one-story structure. It will consist of 2 classrooms, each with a seating capacity of between 20 to 30 students. There will be a sick bay or rest area. There will be a play area for the students, toilet facilities customized to students of the pre-primary age. It will consist also of the supervisor's office, storage area for teachers, and also a playground. The school will be fully equipped to aid in the teaching learning process, quality teaching learning process. It will not be simply a building constructed and left empty. For the government has seen it fit to ensure that the school is fully equipped with the kitchen, which will have a cooker, refrigerator, all the utensils necessary, and all the learning materials that will aid in the teaching learning process. Nothing will be left out. In fact, when this project is completed, it will be one of the best centers throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The structure was designed by Stewart Engineering Limited. Mr. Stewart should have been here, but I do believe he's a bit late. And that firm, that consulting firm, will also supervise the construction work. Let me say that the people of Biabou have waited long, but they have been part of the process to ensure that what we put down here is what they need. It's not a case where the BNTF or the government through the BNTF simply put something or structure down. We were guided, that is the BNTF implementing agency, by the Early Childhood Department of the Ministry of Education that provided guidance as to the specifications that are necessary. In that This school, when finished, will not only be built along, but will also be a school where the teaching learning process is equivalent to all the childhood education that you will see in the other Caribbean and CARICOM countries. Let me say at this time, to you, the people and the teachers and the students of Biabou, that maintenance of such a structure is very expensive after being built. And the onus is on you. It is incumbent upon everybody here in Biabou to ensure that it is well kept and used for the purposes intended. Some folks will say that the government is crowding out the private sector. That is not the case. The private sector cannot do it, cannot put down an early childhood development center in every village. Notwithstanding that they are trying, but the government has to ensure that whatever it takes to develop the education sector, it is done properly and with the support of the whole community. This, as we say, is where, in local parlance, you put your money where your mouth lies. It is a practical indication of the government's commitment, or it's a demonstration of the government's commitment to the development of the education sector in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And they have done it at the secondary and the primary stage. Now, they are moving to the grassroots level. They are building the foundation there upwards. And not only was the government able to find the funds to build this, but also several years back, construction of similar centers was done in South Rivers, Greggs, Georgetown, Leyu, call a few names. Canaan. Diamonds. So you see what is being done. So folks, this is an auspicious occasion. We want to ensure that the people understand what is happening here. We want to tell you that the government is serious about the education of our children at the pre-primary age. And this is a practical example of that. At this point in time, I would like to thank Mr. Stewart of Stewart Engineering. He's here. He did the design of the building, and as I said, he will supervise the construction. I will also would like to thank Mr. Cyril Jack of Jack Construction, who had won the contract to build the school. I have here what you can refer to as a 3D design, a pictorial of what the school will look like on completion. I'd also like to thank the staff of the BNTFIA, the board, the CDB's representative operations officer, Mr. Omar Bispat. They all have endeavored and work assiduously to ensure that what you are seeing here today was brought to fruition. It's been hard work, but hard work, as we say, brings success. I will just end by saying one thing. There are environmental issues that will arise, because the construction, as we know, is very near to the existing primary school. So issues relative to dust, noise, garbage will occur. But let me say to you all that embedded in that contract are guidelines, rules for the implementation of mitigation measures if these are to arise. The contractor, Mr. Jack, knows that. Mr. Stewart of Stewart Engineering, who will supervise the construction, also knows that. The BNTF agency also knows that. We will be working together to ensure that whatever the issue is minimized to the lowest degree. I will also say that we have the support of a group of parents who have formed themselves in what we call the Project Monitoring Committee, and they will also lend their support. So today, it's a good day. It's a good day for the people of Biabou to be happy. Something good is in the air. I thank you all very much for coming. I now move to the representative, Mr. Stevenson, to bring you a brief.
Thank you very much, Dunstan. Mr. Stewart of Stewart Engineering, the contractors, the BNTF staff, the head teacher and teachers and other staff and parents of the Biabou community, the children here at the Biabou Methodist School, the children from the Biabou preschool, members of the media, a very pleasant good morning to all. This is indeed a very good day, and we have to give God thanks and praise for what He is doing and will continue to do for this beautiful community of Biabou here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Mr. Johnson said that the project was 2 years in the making. This project for the Early Childhood Center at Biabou is 5 years in the making. In 2014, we had a friend of the community who is a businessman and who said he wanted to give back something to the community of Biabou. And so we had a design for an early childhood center on that side of the school. But when the designs were completed, the cost of the building construction, the gentleman said he didn't realize that was going to be the cost. And whenever we have a new construction, he would do some further works with the Biabou preschool. He decided that that was too much for him to handle at that particular time. The Ministry of Education then came into play with this project. It was supposed to have been done through a consortium of gifts. That didn't materialize. Then finally, with the assistance of the Ministry of Education and the Basic Need Trust Fund, we have what you see we're going to have here today when it is completed some 8 months from now. I want to thank the Ministry of Education and I want to thank the BNTF for the hard work that they put into this project, and Mr. Stewart from Stewart Engineering for giving this community the most beautiful of early childhood centers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines at this time. I want to thank them very much, and I want you to put your hands together for them. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines continue to expend significant money on the development of the education sector here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have built over the years several brand new secondary schools and brand new primary schools. We have repaired secondary schools and we have also repaired primary schools. The first school that was built with an early childhood center incorporated in it was in 2004 at the school at Argyle. So Argyle had the first of these early childhood centers in them. And now here in Biabou, we are having a second one in this constituency of South Windward. And we are very proud and happy for these developments. We have to ensure that the next generation gets a start that they will need to take them forward into the future. And so we have to do what is right and good and proper. We have to ensure that the facilities that we have in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for the development and the educational advancement of our children, our students, are of the best quality. As you heard Mr. Johnson mentioned, that there will be 2 classrooms in this facility, which would house 30 students in each section. This modern early childhood center would also have a ramp, because we know within our communities there are children with disabilities, and there are children who would be in a wheelchair or walking with a cane, or some of them have visual impairments. And so we have to ensure that in this modern age, we build facilities that can take care of the persons with disabilities among us. As a minister with responsibility for persons with disabilities, I've always maintained that in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we cannot construct anything governmental without taking into concern the care of the persons with disabilities among us. And this facility, this new facility, would have all those amenities for the children who would come here who have a disability. It is going to be a beautiful facility. It is going to enhance this beautiful community of Biabou. And when the persons passing in Liat, when they look down, they would see a wonderful facility. And if you look up there, some of them are waving their hands to us this morning. I am indeed very happy and very proud this morning of what is going to take place here. I waited long, I was patient, I didn't cuss, I didn't make a fuss. But I always maintained that I need to see this facility come. I missed the graduation for the Biabou Methodist School and the preschool earlier this year. And I was so happy that I missed it, because from 2014, 2015, I'm saying the preschool is coming, the early childhood center is coming. In 2016, I said so, and it didn't come. 2017, I said so, it didn't come. 2018, I said so, it didn't come. And I was so happy that I was overseas on official duties, so that I couldn't tell the children that the facility was going to come. But I'm happy this morning, and I'm sure all of you are very happy and are proud of what we are going to have here in Biabou. I want to once again thank all the parents and the persons in this community who have been patient with me. Sometimes they meet me and they say, "What about the preschool you talk about?" I said, "Come in." Yeah, it coming. Every year you say it coming. But it is here from today. Today we are going to have the groundbreaking ceremony. I, along with Mr. Jack and the BNTF officials, we're going to dig up some soil to say that the work on the facility is going to start very soon. This project is going to take between 7 and 8 months. And let me say to you that come September 2020, the children of the Biabou preschool and other children who are coming to school for the first time as children from the early childhood center would be going into a brand new facility. I want to say to us that we have to, as usual, we have to take care of these facilities. I want the parents and the community as a whole to embrace this facility, to make it your own, and whatever you can to do to help to develop and advance it, please feel free to do so. Speak with the head teacher of the Biabou Methodist School, speak to the community persons who would be involved, and tell them, because what we want to do is to see our children of Biabou and the community and the surrounding areas be in a special place, a place so beautiful and nice that their educational advancement would be something of the highest level. Once again, I thank you all very much for coming out this morning, and we are happy that you're here. God bless.
Cost the government $1,142,886 to construct. Very costly indeed. We'll now move to the breaking of the ground.
Ceremony, the construction of the Early Childhood Development Center in
Yes.
Yes, this is the breaking, official breaking being done by the Honorable Minister along with members of the BNTF and the construction team.
The students at the school, let me give you a little warning that from next week, you're listening to me? From next week, the works are going to start so that you'd see the equipment up there moving soil and so on, and you'd see the workmen. I'm saying to you, please don't run up inside the facilities here where it's cordoned off. You hear me? Because I don't want anybody to get injured. All right? The works are going to start next week, God's willing. All right? Because you want to have a brand new school for September. Okay? And as Johnson said, the mitigation processes would be in place to help us as we move along with this facility. Thank you.